So, this is my second time recording this video because the first time the video didn't have any audio. Fucking lovely. What's going on YouTube? So, this is one of those videos that I was hoping I wouldn't have to make, certainly not a second time. And it's one of those videos that I've been putting off for several weeks now, partially because, well, I was hoping that the problem would resolve itself by now, but it hasn't. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar or have been living under a rock lately, YouTube is going through this advertiser boycott, and it's affecting all of your favorite creators on YouTube. Doesn't matter if it's big YouTubers, small YouTubers, medium YouTubers, everyone is being affected by this. And it's hitting everyone really hard, including yours truly. Now, before this whole boycott started about, I want to say a month and a half ago. Now, I'm far from a big YouTuber or anything, but I was getting by pretty well, until now. Now, let me just say, like I said in the other video I recorded, that I love making YouTube videos, and I love entertaining people. It's what I do. It's what I was meant to do. There is nothing else in this world that brings me more joy than putting out content on YouTube for you guys. So you can just imagine how annoyed I am by all of this right now. Now, I'm not one of those people that can do this and do that and work on that and work on this. If I'm gonna do something, I have to put my all into it. I have to put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. All of my passion, all of my effort, all of my attention. Because if I don't, it's not gonna work. That's how I operate. And up until recently, I've been able to do that with YouTube. But now, unfortunately, if this whole thing continues the way it is right now, this whole thing is just not going to be possible for me anymore. And that's just the sad reality of the situation. Now, I'm making this video because I want to let you guys know what's going on. Within the next few months or so, one of two things is going to have to happen if I'm going to stay on YouTube. Either one, YouTube is going to have to get its shit together, and the advertisers are going to have to come back and, you know, put their ass back on YouTube, so everything is back to the way it was before March. Or, the more preferred option is that my fans support me on Patreon. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've had my Patreon for several months now, and so far I've only had three people out of 50,000 right now that thought that my content was worth at least $1 a month. 3 people. Now, I can sit here and tell you that that doesn't make me salty and I don't really care, but I would be lying. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of hurts a Smurf's feelings. The fact that so few of my fans think that my content is not even worth $1 a month. Now, listen, I realize that no matter how big or small you are on YouTube, most of the people that watch you, they're not, let's see, how can I put this? They're not really supporters. They're more so people who just, you know, watch your videos whenever they feel like it. And if you were to drop dead tomorrow, they wouldn't give a fuck. No matter how big you are on YouTube, that describes everyone's fan base. Most people are like that. But that being said, I don't need 50,000 people to support me on Patreon. I don't need 1,000 people to support me on Patreon. If just a few hundred people thought that my content was worth $1 a month, or 50 to 100 people thought that my content was worth $5 or $10 a month, that would be more than enough for me. And I think that's what irritates me the most. The fact that, unlike a lot of people on YouTube who, you know, lives in LA and has a wife or a husband and 5 or 10 kids, you know, and they need like $5 grand a month just to breathe. Yeah, people. A lot of these people on YouTube need so much money just to barely get by because they're living this expensive lifestyle. But that's just not me. That's never been me. I don't need a lot of money to be happy, and I don't need a lot of money to get by, which is why I've been able to do YouTube so successfully, because I don't need that much. Even without any Patreon help from any of my fans, really, outside of those amazing 3 people, I was getting by just fine on YouTube before March and this whole YouTube boycott happened. So I mean, just to wrap all of this up, people, despite the fact that I hate YouTube, I love YouTube. And I love making videos for you guys, I really do. But the fact of the matter is, this isn't gonna continue to be possible for me if something doesn't change within the next few months or so. And this isn't me begging you guys for money. This is simply me telling you guys how it is. It's your choice to support me or not. I can't make you do anything. I'm just telling you guys what's gonna happen within the next few months if something doesn't change. And I didn't just want to come on YouTube one day and just say, hey guys, I'm quitting YouTube today. This is my last video. Peace. You know, I didn't want to do that to you guys. So I just want to let you guys know where I'm at and what's going on with me right now. And another reason, before I close out this video, another reason that I prefer to be fan funded over, you know, funded by AdSense is because if I'm fan funded, then that means I don't have to play by YouTube's rules. Meaning I can make videos about, you know, whatever I want. And even if YouTube wants to be a dick and unmonetize it, you know, who cares? Because I'm supported by my fans on Patreon anyway, so it doesn't matter. And on top of that, that would also mean that I can make videos about whatever I want and whatever you guys want, regardless on how many views it gets. I mean, if you guys want me to talk about soap every Tuesday, I can do it. Even though it's only gonna get like 50 views, it doesn't matter because I'm being supported by you guys. So views won't matter as much, if at all, depending on how much support I do get on Patreon. So, I mean, again, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with me and where I'm at right now in my life. And if you guys do love my content and you want to see me stay here on YouTube for years and years to come, it would mean a lot and go a long way if you can just drop $1, $5, $10 a month. If just a few hundred of you did that, even if it was just $1 each, that would be enough. That would be enough even with YouTube's bullshit. You know, the $2, $5, $6, $7 you spend on, you know, chips or McDonald's every month. If you can buy one less Big Mac for your boy and help support me on Patreon instead, I would appreciate it. And it would go a really long way with helping keeping me on this platform. So again, to wrap all of this up, one or two things needs to happen very shortly. Either YouTube needs to go back to being how it was before, or preferably my fans, you know, lend out a hand and support me so I can continue making videos for you guys for years and years to come. And if neither one of those two things happens, I mean, it sucks, but it's been a fun ride. And I hope I helped put a smile on each and every one of your faces at least one time. If I did, you know what? Even if my YouTube career is cut short, it was still worth it to me. But I'm done talking. If you guys do want to help support me on Patreon, the link will be in the description box. And if I do end up getting support on Patreon, I'll make sure I do, you know, future updates to let my Patreons know the different rewards that they're going to be getting. Because if you do end up scratching my back, you can rest assured that I am going to try my damnedest to scratch yours. But that's all I gotta say about that for now. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. But as always, until next time.